Good morning and happy Monday to you all. I am Symtherin, the one and only, and I am so glad you decided to stop by. Today we are building an autumnal inspired home in a very specific architectural style. You guessed it, Victorian. This is a style that I just adore, and one day I hope to own in real life. Fingers crossed. But before we get really into it, I just wanted to let you know that this home is on the gallery. My EAID is also Symtherin. You can even search it, I believe, with the hashtag Symtherin. But just want to let you know in case you are interested in adding it into your game. But anyway, I decided to do some light research, mainly just a quick skim through the Wikipedia pages, and wanted to share some of that info with you all today. The Victorian style emerged in the 19th century, and it was a custom in Britain and France to name the current style of construction of buildings after whoever the reigning monarch was, which in this case, when this style emerged, was Queen Victoria. This style of home, as I mentioned a little earlier, has always been my favorite. I love seeing homes like this in real life. Because in my opinion, this particular build is more of a representation of maybe the more Americanized take on Victorian architecture. What I love most is the wraparound porches that come from front and basically all the way to the back, as I did here, and the towers, which I believe there are two towers in this build that go up to the second floor, and there's one in the back that's only for the first floor. But every time I see a similar house in person, I am immediately drawn to it. I can't take my eyes off of it. It's so pretty. So pretty. Some more fun facts. During the 19th century, many architects at the beginning of their careers migrated to Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and of course, the United States of America. These architects were usually coming from France or Britain. I think this is around the time the British Empire was kind of solidifying. I don't know if solidifying is the right word, but it was being established, and it was being established. I lost my train of thought there for a second. I apologize. But these architects were able to keep up with the trends thanks to the recently improved transportation and communication methods. They would often get their hands on magazines. I believe one was literally called The Builder. And here are some notable cities, at least in the States, with clear Victorian architecture influences. We have Philadelphia, Boston, Brooklyn Heights, Buffalo, Rochester, Chicago, Columbus, Detroit, Galena, Galveston, Grand Rapids, Baltimore, Jersey City, Cape May, Louisville, Cincinnati, Atlanta, Milwaukee, New Orleans, Pittsburgh, Richmond, St. Paul, and even a little bit in Sacramento and Los Angeles. That was a pretty long list. So you can see that, it was a pretty popular architectural style. And currently, there are so many efforts to keep these buildings in good shape and basically marking them as historical sites. Before I continue, here I am in the kitchen. I actually really like how this kitchen came out. It's kind of big, it's kind of small, and I was influenced by a floor plan that I found on the interwebs, where next to the kitchen is kind of an open plan over to this little room that was labeled the keeping room. And I believe that is where, like, if you have guests come, that's where you keep them before, like, you give them coffee, tea, or, you know, have some discussions. But I also think that could be done in the study. I also imagine this family having a dog or maybe two. But as for efforts to keeping these buildings in good shapes and even giving them historical value or historical status, there are groups such as one that is called the Victorian Society. That sounds like a good group to have maybe in your game, in the Sims game. That would be fun. I am going to link the Wikipedia page down below in case any of you want to explore the style just a little further. I know I was very interested in checking out some of these facts, and I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about some of them. Here we have moved on to the dining room, and I struggled with picking out a table. Do I stick with this one? No. It's this roundish one. And when I pick out the chairs, I actually changed the two chairs at the ends of the table, or the heads, because at least in some places I visited or some family relatives, not all the chairs are usually the same, and usually the ones at the head of the table are a little fancier, because that's where the head of the house would usually sit. But as far as the interior design in this build, I don't know how accurate it is, but I did try to keep the flooring and walls pretty much the same throughout the entire house. Same, like, all the bathrooms have the same tiling in them too. And I was definitely inspired by the orange colors of fall. And I think there's some pops of red and some pops of green. I believe I end up sticking with a green couch in this living/family room. But yeah, where was I at? I tried to make it so that there were a lot of, like, older, more antique-ish looking furniture, but also mixed in with some modern pieces, because in my head, this family, as I was building it, maybe they've been in this house a long time, and each generation just kind of makes their own adjustments to the style while keeping some key pieces of furniture that might be sentimental. But this house can fit up to 8 Sims. There is a total of 5 bedrooms and 6.5 baths. One of the bedrooms on the second floor, I imagined being a guest room, so when you have visitors, but, you know, you can always change that if you need to. It can be altered anyway. Like, that's the beauty of this game. You can renovate and renovate and renovate to your heart's desire, or to your Sims' desires. I didn't have much of an idea for the parents' personalities, except that they like to read, and maybe they do a lot of work from home because of the study, which we are going to move into right now, which was also inspired by a floor plan that I had seen online. it's a pretty large study room, library type. Or you can even just hang out. I even added a fish tank in here, which I feel like I don't add to too many builds because it's kind of bulky, but it was perfect to fill in the space here. The other bedrooms are for the family's children. I imagine that the oldest one is their teenage son, who he's probably maybe getting close to being a young adult, and he likes art and music. So I gave him even that in his bedroom, his bathroom, because every bedroom has an ensuite. I gave him that painted toilet thing. Then their teenage daughter, who's maybe a couple years younger, I believe, or I imagine that she wants to be some kind of social media influencer of sorts. And then in the final room, there are 2 toddler girls, maybe they're twins. And they just love animals. I basically went crazy with the cats and dog pack in that room. But that was about all. So I am going to leave the voiceover here. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the speed build. And if you do, feel free to like this video. And if you enjoyed hearing these facts, hit that subscribe button. And then immediately, right after that, ring the bell so that you don't miss out on any more videos. Also, check me out on Instagram and or Twitter for sneak peeks and just laughs and good times. I'll talk to you all on Wednesday. See ya!
We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. Well, we fell apart just in time. You say at least it was worth the try.